Great. Okay. Isn't it great to be back? I cannot scroll down too far or else I might have to age restrict this for censored. Anyway. Okay, chat. Time to lose my mind and do silly voices for like an hour of reading. Chat, we're going to read together, okay? Today we have to read, chat. I hope y'all are good at reading. Because get ready to read. Which side? Story first. Okay. I forgot to do this, man. It's been a bit. Fuck. Understanding. Okay. Reflection. Self-love. Reflection. Self. There we go. I don't know if there's anyone here who will vote on it, but still. Okay. Okay, I don't think there's actually anyone here right now. Or anyone actively here right now. I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Alright, what was I doing again? Yeah. Okay, I don't think anyone's actually here right now, like actively in the chat right now. Which is fine if you like put on the background or something, you know. But yeah, there's no poll. Or nobody put it on the poll yet. Okay, so nobody voted. Shit. Um, Give me a second, chat. Anyone here right now? If not, we're just gonna Just doing random number. Okay, let's go. 4. Okay, self-love it is. I've already done all the Natsuki ones. You know what? No, we're not doing that. We're saving this one for last. We'll do understanding. We'll do understanding. Okay. Oh shit, how do I do the voices again? Club meeting is suddenly interrupted by the sound of the door, causing Monica and Sayuri to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, then stops. The face peeks in. Face that seems familiar. Sayuri's eyes brighten, recognizing that girl. She very conspicuously mouths to Monica, "It's her! It's the girl!" Okay, I'm gonna have to get better at my voices. True. The girl standing in the doorway is not other than the girl Sayuri had come across reading alone in a classroom. Thanks to Monica leaving a flyer on her desk, it seems he found her way to the club. Are you here for the literature club by any chance? Am I in the wrong place? Wait a minute. I need to change the title of the stream. No more geometry dash chat. There we go! Yippee! Okay. No, you're not. This is the lecture club. Please come inside. The girl fully steps in the door but continues standing against the wall, avoiding eye contact. Rory continues, still containing her excitement. It's happening! Oh my god! Thank you so much for coming by. Sorry, it's a little empty. I'm Monica, and this is Sayuri, and we won the literature club, even though it's just us so far. But, what's your name, by the way? I'd like to join. I'd like to join the club. Already? Wait, wrong voice. Fuck. Alrighty? Wait, really? Are you sure? I mean, I should be good enough. Everyone is welcome. You don't have to be good enough. Oh. Do you want to have a seat? We'd love to get to know you. Girl nods, sliding over to a nearby desk and gently sitting down. So, what's your name? Yo, you still not done with the stream, Stark Raids? Yeah, I'm still not. Yuri. I'm Sayuri, and this is Monica. Hold on, give me a second. Sayuri, Nice to meet you. Do you like fantasy? Like books? You're 5 hours in the stream. Yeah, I know. Yuri looks at Monica. Fantasy is cool. Yes, have you heard of Annabelle DuPont? I can't say I have. Oh, she's my favorite author. I'm on her 5th book and it's just... fun. Oops, sorry. Yuri grins and presses her knuckles against her cheeks in joy. You could borrow my books, I wouldn't mind. You're really in for an incredible experience. Monica stares caught completely off guard by Yuri taking control of the conversation. She glances sideways at Sayuri, silently asking for help. I'd love to! It sounds like you're really into them, so they must be great! I'm so happy I found this club. Oh, I'm so stupid. I left all my other books in the locker. I should have brought them in. Yuri quickly stands up. I'll be right back. I'll go get them for you. You probably only need to bring one for now. Sayuri nervously says that, noting to herself the considerable heftiness of the book that Yuri set down on her desk. True. Okay, I'll go get the first one then. Yuri exits the classroom in a flash, leaving Monica and Sayuri silently exchanging glances. Oh my god, I wasn't prepared for this. How do I handle someone so intense? I have, like, no experience with fantasy, except maybe stuff that I read when I was a kid. That's probably like a joke compared to what she's into. Shit. I'm sure it will be fine. In fact, I think it's neat that we have different people who are into different kinds of literature. It'll be fun to learn from each other. Yeah, I mean, I don't disagree, but what if this is her only interest? Doesn't it kind of seem like that? Monica, don't you think you should be more optimistic? We have a new club member. There shouldn't be room for anything but being happy. I'm excited to get to know her more, aren't you? Yeah, I guess you're right. Sorry for being so hasty. I just got really anxious all of a sudden. Because you're afraid of not being able to take the lead. What the heck? It's kind of scary how you can point things out like that, Sayuri. I just like learning what makes people happy or sad. Yeah. Hey, you know what? You'd probably be great at helping Sayuri. Yuri, feel comfortable here. Maybe you could take a break from helping me with the administrative stuff and just focus on spending time with her. Without too much time, she's mine. Yay! That's exactly what I want to do! Besides... Sorry, Lois, you're right. I'm probably gonna need all the time I can get. Taps her finger against the daunting, chunky book Yuri left sitting on her desk. Right afterwards, the door opens to reveal Yuri's return. I'm back. Her breath is slightly heavy, which combined with her short time gone indicates you may have ran at least part of the way. She makes her way back over to Sayuri and sets the book down on her desk. Just as Sayuri feared, the book Yuri brought for her is just about equal in size to the one already on Yuri's desk. Well, there are probably a few things you should know before getting started on it. There are some things that are more explained in other books that take place in the same universe, so going over those would be good to keep you from getting confused at the start. Sorry, nervously interjects. Well, I was thinking that maybe today we could just get to know each other a little bit more. You know, like, if we're gonna be reading together tonight, I would like that. Across the room, Monica smiles and nods at Sayuri while Yuri isn't looking. Oh. Okay. Yuri sits down, then looks at her book, then glances around the room, showing no indication that she has anything more to add. So, what made you decide you wanted to join the club? Well, I like reading, so I was immediately interested. I had no idea that someone was starting a literature club, but that's my fault, because I haven't been paying attention to any of the club recruitment advertising. I only found out because she... Monica came into my classroom and put the flyer on my desk. Suddenly Yuri's face darkens as she sticks her head at her, so I was so stupid, I got so nervous that I couldn't even look up. So she just walked out. It took me several days just to come here because I was afraid that Monica told everyone how insecure I was, but I decided that was probably irrational. Wait. No, that was totally my fault. I felt so bad about interrupting you that I just, like, walked out. I was actually really hoping that you would come by. I always seem to interpret things as the worst possible scenario. Well, I was really nervous to come here for some other reasons too. Such as there being too many people. Not that I mind that much, but I have a really hard time having to meet a large number of people at once. So it's actually amazing that it's just the two of you. I definitely came at the right time. That makes me happy. I'm proud of you for waking up the courage to come. Yuri smiles warmly to herself. I've never really had the privilege of sharing my interests with others before. It's so hard to find others who are into the same things I am, except online. So I thought the literature club would provide a chance for me to do that. What kinds of other things are you into? Like, genres? I don't know, just anything, even if it's not literature. Oh, Just things you would think are dumb, like knife collecting and having a pet raccoon. What? Sorry, pauses a look of concern on her face. How about I'll tell you about something I'm in? He said your boss. Is he? Where? How about I tell you something I'm into, and then you can tell me about something you're into? I suppose that would be okay. Okay. Well, I'm pretty into, like, crafty things. Like making cute little collages or decorating things. Like cards or jewelry boxes. My room's always cluttered with random stuff because I keep buying things to make gifts for all my friends. But then I put it off to the last minute. So yeah, that's kind of... That's something kind of silly that I'm into. You've been trolled, haha. Okay. Sound quite creative. Not that much. It's just that you'd be surprised by how much you can do with scissors and glue and stuff. So I have to search something I'm into now, right? Yep. Well, I guess I'm into nature. I love nature! Monica, I'm gonna start a nature club. No, you're not. You're stuck here with me now, bitch. Don't you dare. I'm not! Oh, yeah? Well, I hereby appoint you as vice president of the leisure club. There, now you're stuck with me. Monica, you bitch! Don't give me responsibilities. Oh, I'm sorry, Yuri, I interrupted you. Go ahead. It's fine. Yuri pauses, feeling awkward after getting cut off. I like going out into the woods or to the park, just places where you can walk and sit and not have any people around. Peaceful. Just nice to kind of remove myself from everything that matters and let my racing mind operate autonomously for a while. When do you like to do that? It just depends on my mood. After school, on the weekends, whenever I feel like I need it. Well, I feel like I would never have the time to do something like that. I find that we have a lot more time than we think we do. You don't let it slip through your fingers. Before we continue our conversation, led primarily by Sayori, but with Monica chiming in every now and then as well. Monica had intended to leave it to Sayori and focus on her own work, but she found it difficult to not join in. Before I knew it, the end of the day was upon them once more. For a manga? I'm sorry. Oh, it looks like we should be wrapping up for today. So are you two going to be starting that book? The next club meeting? That's the plan! Yippee! I'm so excited. Sorry beams, Yuri collects her things. Once back, Yuri wordlessly raves Sayori and Monica with a gentle smile. Bye! As Yuri exits, Sayori enthusiastically returns her farewell. Once again, Sayori and Monica are left in their club room. Sayori, you're a lifesaver. I didn't do anything. I just talked. So, besides, it really lifted my mood. It was really nice when I could put my energy toward other people like that. It was really excited to be included, you know? It made me happy. Well, there's no doubt in my mind I'll also have a great time here with you engaging her. How are you feeling about starting the book for the next meeting, for her next meeting? I'm kind of scared, but I think she'll be happy as long as I'm trying my best. I think you'll do great. After the surprise of a new club member, it seems like everyone has their spirits to look for something new to look forward to. Huh? Oh, okay. I thought it was just over already. Another school day ends. Following her excited, Yuri makes her way to the club room, expecting to be the last one to arrive. As he opens the doors, he's surprised to find only Sayori in the club room. It's club time! Monica went to the computer lab, so it's just us today. Is that okay? Yuri silently nods, unable to make eye contact. I'm sorry about yesterday. Hmm? Well, I mean, the way I got overly excited to share my books and how you had to stop me so we could talk first. So inconsiderate of me. I got too excited, forgot to think about everyone else in the club room, so... Yuri, you didn't do anything wrong. I thought I was seeing how excited you were. Well, still. I think I changed my mind about the book. You don't have to read it. Huh? Why? Because I know you were just humoring me anyway. In retrospect, it's rather obvious that nobody was truly religious. But if you like it so much, then it must be worth sharing. I've already decided I'll join the club, so you don't have to try so hard to entice me. That's not what I was doing. Well, the thing is, we don't have any club activities yet. I mean, Monica and I have just been working on recruitment stuff mostly. So it just sounded like something fun that we could do together, reading your books. You know, like, as a club activity, that would be okay, right? Why am I being so resistant to this anyway? It's exactly what I wanted in the first place, and you're being so nice about it. I really don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sorry for being like this. You don't have to apologize. Just tell me if there's anything I can do to help you feel more comfortable here. Sorry pulls her desk against Yuri's and sits next to her. The book in question is already on Yuri's desk. Peering over, Sayuri reads the cover of the book. Dusk Bell. Part 1 of the Everlast Saga. It's Dusk Bell by Annabelle. Sorry, I'm ready now. Alright. Oh, wait, I should probably get some paper. Yeah, wait, what? Yuri grabs the spiral notebook of hers and tears out a few sheets of paper. Wait, how come you need paper? Usually will draw things out sometimes, like maps, timelines, family trees, or just taking notes. What notes? I mean... Well, yes, that's an effective strategy. Exactly. I'm sure it'll be especially helpful for someone new to the genre. Sorry, his joke flew completely over Yuri's head. Right. I'm thinking about it, he decides that's probably for the best that it did. Well, I'm not used to having company like through this, but I'll try to help make it as accessible as possible. I trust you. You're like super smart. Oh, please. Yuri tries to dismiss the compliment, but she can't help hide her smile and light plus. You can't generalize intelligence. I'm only smart in the things I have a lot of experience with. Wait, that's actually kind of true. Contrarily, I'm awful at anything involving real people. Tends to be evident enough from the 2 days I've spent here so far. So in my eyes, it's everyone else who comes off as smart. Especially you. Now... Sorry, rubs her shoulder against Yuri's. Yes, that's a sweetheart when you're not being shy. Anyway, would you like to get started? Please get off me, I'm so red. Okay. After the minor diversion between them, the two get back on track with their... Oh my goodness, back on track, Chuck! Sorry. With their planned club activity. Yuri begins to guide Sayuri for the basics of the fantasy world her story takes place in. The more of its details, the races, the factions, the history, elements of magic, the more questions Yuri seems to have. But despite Sayuri's expectations, Yuri calculatingly guides her through it in such a way that it's fun to follow along. It's becoming evident that the world-building aspect of the story, not just the story itself, is one that Yuri finds her passion leaning towards. How do people come up with this stuff? It's like the exact opposite of the kind of writing that I do. Kind of writing? Oh, like poetry and stuff. Things I write are just like putting down the feelings that come into my head, you know? But this is like, there must be so much planning and hard work. You're into poetry. I think that's an epitaph that includes some of the kingdom's written works, like poetry and folk songs. No way! Yuri giggles, filling Sayuri's heart with happiness when she realized it's the first time she heard Yuri's laugh. Means Yuri must be having fun. Anyway, I think we can get started reading now if you're ready. Okay, but I can't read very fast. Oh, that's fine. I'm very patient. Patience is something I pride myself in. I see. Sorry jolts Yuri's patient into her notes. Hey, that's for the books. I'm just kidding. But I'm kinda glad you're patient, because I need that sometimes. A lot of times. Sorry flips through the first few pages of the book, getting past the table of contents. Okay, chapter 1. The silence becomes silent as you begin reading. The silence only lasts for moments before Diary speaks up again. What does vindicated mean? Well, in the context, it essentially means that he was proven innocent. It's okay to ask questions, right? Of course. Story turns the page. Are these footnotes? Yes. A lot of the dialogue has cultural references that require explanation to be understood. You continue reading. Yuri's relaxed expression remains unchanged. Meanwhile, Sari's expression goes tense as he tries to make her rave through the dense text. Up until now, their expressions have been reversed. While Sari easily navigating social situations and Yuri struggling in them. But the tables have turned. Wait, are they talking about the past right now or the present? Where? Right here. They're talking about the past. These paragraphs are describing a flashback that Arnos is having. But they didn't tell me that. It's implied from the context. Sari rubs her temples. The two of them continue with Sari asking fewer questions. She begins to understand the value in the notes as she finds herself referring to them somewhat often and even adding to them. But a reduction in questions comes from her not getting used to the reading, but rather from her feeling that she'll come across as stupid. At last, Sari reaches the end of the chapter. I think we can stop here for now. Okay. Sari takes a deep breath and closes what little of the book she's gotten through so far. So, what are your thoughts up to this point? Well, am I doing well so far? Not sure if I understand. Well, I don't know. When it takes me so long to read and understand things, it makes me feel really dumb. But I really like how into it you get. Makes me want to keep going and keep doing my best so I can see the way you do. I see. Yuri quietly gathers her things. We can get to it, can you? Tomorrow, right? Yuri pauses and shakes her head. We could do something else tomorrow. But... I'm sorry. Wait, sorry for what? I don't understand. I'm sorry. I don't want to do this anymore, that's all. I'm sorry that I made you. Yuri leaves. You weren't making me. Sari's left alone with her own words. How did this happen? We were just having fun just a second ago. It's my fault. I said something stupid and I hurt her. I should have just told her that I enjoyed it. Why could have trusted me with this? It's the only thing I'm good at and I still messed it up. What if she doesn't want to come back? Drowned in guilt, Sari stares blankly at her desk spread with notes. The book sits next to them. Right. If she wasn't coming back, then she wouldn't have left the book here, right? Unless she just forgot to take it with her. Ugh, this is horrible! Was it really because she thought I wasn't enjoying our time together? Or maybe she wasn't enjoying our time together because I'm not good enough? I probably let her down by having so much trouble following along. Yeah, I'm sure if I was smarter, she would be having so much more fun. I need to do better for her. Oh my goodness, my throat. Okay, well, actually, it's not that bad. Okay. Part 1 is done. I've like spent like 30 minutes on this. Okay. Part 2. Let's go. For the first time, Sari is the first to enter the club room. Anxiety courses through her relentlessly. Was Yuri still up today? Standing at a desk, she stamps her feet in an attempt to calm down. Why am I letting this affect me so much? I'm doing everything I can to make Yuri happy. But my best wasn't good enough. But it was still my best. But I'm letting everyone down. I'm always just a disappointment. Yuri continues to wrestle with her self-deprecating thoughts, every tiny noise causing her to lift her head in anticipation of Yuri's arrival. Minutes pass, nobody enters the club room. Not Yuri or Monica. Gosh, I'm so late. Why did I offer to help those students with their work? I'm such a pushover sometimes. I'm going to leave such a bad impression on new club members like Yuri if I'm not the first one there. Monica rounds the corner approaching the club room. As he does so, Yuri? Ah! Yuri jumps at the sound of Monica's voice. She's sitting outside the club room against the wall next to the door. Embarrassed, he quickly closes the book she was reading and stands up. Oh gosh, I'm so sorry I'm late. You didn't have to wait outside for me. The door to the club room is open. It's not. Harry stares, unable to explain herself. She's inside the club room through the window, then looks away. Actually, Monica, I was wondering if I could help you today instead. Huh? Me? The club publicity stuff? And did you say you love? Yes. Monica is utterly confused. Why is Yuri asking this all of a sudden when she was so eager to spend time with Yuri before? Did they not get along after all? Monica looks into the club room to see Sari sitting alone herself inside. Okay, kind of a simple job, but I'd be happy to help you tag along. Me too. Monica is worried, but she finds it difficult to insert herself into whatever conflicts that may have arisen. Still ironic, she realizes that she could be so conflict avoidant after having been in a debate club. Okay, let's take a walk together. I just have to make copies of the new flyer, then we go around the billboards and replace the old ones with the new ones. Yuri nods and the two set off. Two walk in silence. Throughout diary, Monica finds it quite difficult to strike up conversation. So, how's everything been going? Fine. That's good. Sorry, I didn't see you yesterday. I went straight to the computer lab to work on the flyers. Diary told me. What'd you two end up doing yesterday? Just some reading. Oh, I'm glad. I'm really starting to feel... It's really starting to feel more like a literature club now. Yeah. Kinda funny, I felt so intimidated at first when I heard about the kind of reading you were into. But you know, it's kinda stupid of me, because I'm just intimidated by things I'm not good at. And it's silly to assume that everyone who comes to the club will just have the same interest as me. But so cool that you're able to get Sari into it. It's like the club is working, and I'm really happy about that. He's not into it. Huh? He's not into it, and I'm stupid for forcing it onto her. Did something happen? No, just me. I just... I'm thinking. A moment passes in silence and Yuri shakes her head. I shouldn't be complaining to you all of a sudden. Don't be silly. I won't make you complaining. I just want to make sure you're welcome. If it's important to that, then you can tell me anything. Well, I do feel welcome. Too welcome, I guess. It's not an issue with the club, it's just an issue with me. So I feel wrong to inconvenience you with it. Monica pauses and thinks. Well, what if we put it this way? It's my job as president to understand the needs of the club members, right? We're going to have all kinds of people joining this club, hopefully anyway. And learning about the thought that the first needs and interests of everyone will help me come up with club activities that everyone can be happy with. That everyone can be happy with? Not just only some people? Of course! I need to be looking out for everyone. Ironic, okay. I mean, what? Anyways, what kind of club would it be? I see. Yuri looks a little more relaxed. It signals to Monica that switching from a sympathetic approach to a pragmatic one was a good choice. Each individual truly does have their own needs. Okay. Yuri takes a deep breath. I am a really weird and awkward person. I've accepted this about myself. I just don't know how to, I guess, connect with other people. How is it so easy for everyone else? How do you just make conversation about any arbitrary topic? I can talk for hours about the things I'm into. Unfortunately, so much that I don't know when to stop. But for anything else, I just have no idea what to say. So I understand that about myself. I'm just not good with people. I can't help it. So it feels like whenever I'm confronted with a new social situation, I'm either ignored or made fun of or taken pity on. And sorry falls into that third category. Dude, what? Hold on, you're saying that sorry is taking pity on you? I just want to be treated like a normal person. If you don't like me or you don't connect with my interests, then just tell me. I can accept that and move on. Sorry's too nice to me. I'm so stupid for not realizing that she would just go along with whatever I pushed onto her. Nobody deserves to put themselves through that kind of discomfort just because they pity some weirdo and doesn't know how to make friends. Sorry's feeling, I hate it. Yuri's sharp words cut through the tense air. Somewhere in the middle of the conversation, the two stopped short in the hallway, prioritizing their conversation over their words from the task. Monica looks at Yuri. Yuri only looks down with her fist clenched. I think you should tell her that. I could never say that to someone's face. It's pathetic. Sorry, it's different. Making people happy is the most important thing to her. I'm sure that's all she's trying to do. So if you're able to explain what makes you happy, then she'll do anything to make it happen. That's the problem. What kind of friendship has one person always trying to cater to the other person's weird needs? I'm sorry, I'm making myself sound so. No, I think I'm starting to understand. Monica hesitates to finish her thought out loud. Something that Sorry would be able to say better. Sorry is someone who would give anyone however much kindness they need in order to smile. But Yuri, who has difficulty accepting kindness, must be driving Sorry to be more assertive in our kindness, further exacerbating the matter. Neither person is to blame, but it's an issue that can't be resolved without them understanding each other better. Sorry wants to be your friend, and I promise that. It's okay for different people to have different needs. I mean, Sorry, she has her own needs too, and I have my own needs as well. But good friends work together and can be what they need for each other. You just have to have good communication and talk about it. I don't have good communication. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that. My head is just so resistant to everything. I'm pushing such a kind person away from me because of it. So tired of the cycle I'm creating for myself. I think I'm so afraid of people pushing me away that I just push them away first. How thoughtless and immature of me. I didn't mean for this to turn into a whole venting session. But I understand now that I just need to communicate with her. You're totally fine. For the club, remember? You're just helping make the club a better place for everyone. Yeah. Right. This kind of critical thinking is something that I'm really bad at. You know, about people. So, thank you. Anytime. For just a moment, Yuri finds it in herself to meet Monica's gaze, returning a smile shy smile of her own. Monica, you have beautiful eyes. Sorry. Yuri and Monica finally finished replacing the old flyers with the new ones. More accurately, Monica mostly did the work while Yuri followed along. But as the club room once again draws near, so does Yuri's confrontation. I can't do this. Yes, you can. It'll be great. Trust me. No. I'm never gonna feel confident enough. I just have to do it. If I don't do it now, I never will. Yuri starts toward the door, but then turns to face Monica. You're not just going to walk outside, are you? I could take a walk. Want me to get you a coffee or something? Actually, I prefer tea. Lottie, I like to make my own though, so please don't worry about it. Although I suppose that's one downside of reading here in the club rather than at home. I don't get to drink tea while reading. Sorry, I guess that has something to do with this. You know, now that you mention it, I bet we could get permission to keep stuff for tea in the club room. You could use like an electric kettle to heat for water, right? Would that really be possible? I'll look into it. I think it'll be great. Well, I'll be back in a bit. Good luck. Monica waves at Yuri, then turns around and departs down the hallway as Yuri's smile fades once more. A moment of daydreaming about tea isn't enough to save her from the anxiety of the task that lays behind her, but it must be done. Taking one more deep breath, Yuri timidly opens the club room door. Yuri! Wait! Hold on! I'm not done yet! Ah! Yuri shuffles a bunch of papers around. Yuri Sanders stammers, her words colorful. At the moment... Wait, what? Sorry. She realizes that Sari has been spending her... At that moment, she realizes how Sayuri has been spending her afternoon. I was expecting you to come today. I was really hoping to make it all the way through the next chapter first, but I got most of the way through it. And look! I was afraid you were gonna get disappointed in me. So I've been trying really hard. Stop. Stop. Please stop. I can't take this. Yuri? I'm sorry. Sorry looks away in guilt. Did I do something wrong? I don't understand. So if I did something wrong, please tell me. Yuri shakes her head. No. It's me. I keep putting myself in these situations where people are afraid to treat me normally. If you don't like this kind of reading, it's okay. Please just tell me. I don't need to be treated differently just because I'm weird. But I don't treat you differently. I just want my friends to be happy. So I thought that if we did something together that you really like. I don't want your pity. Why did I do that? Yuri sinks to her knees, her voice squeaks. I'm sorry. Tears of guilt and self-loathing begin to stream down her face. This isn't how it was supposed to go. Why is it so hard just to articulate your thoughts? Why do you end up pushing everyone away from you? Yuri's mind pounds with eternal accusations as he shuts her eyes, unable to face Sayuri or the rest of the world. She should leave, just escape from here, before Monica sees her like this, and before Sayuri tells Monica what she did. Before Yuri can put any strength into her legs, she feels a warm pair of arms gently wrap around her from behind. It's okay! Sayuri whispers in a soothing voice. It's okay. It's okay. Overcome by despair, Yuri finds herself unable to protest or pull away from Sayuri's kind gesture. Yuri sniffles, breathing heavily through a clenched throat, trying to revolve her willpower to control herself. I understand. I understand that the things you feel in your head are different from the things you are trying to say. I know that must be what you're feeling right now. I promise I understand. So I'll give you as much time as you need. When you're ready, just tell me your feelings and we talk about them together, okay? Yuri sniffles again and nods her head. She gives herself a minute to compose her thoughts, then speaks while steadying her voice. I think that I've gotten so used to people being weirded out by me that it feels like anyone who's nice to me is just doing it out of pity. I'm so horrible with people. That makes me not want to believe that someone can actually like me for who I am. Yuri pauses. Sorry doesn't interrupt, rather she waits for Yuri to continue. I got so excited when I joined the club. I thought it would finally be my chance to make friends for my interests, because my interests are the only things I know how to talk about. It's all I have going for me. But then whenever I catch myself getting overly obsessed in front of other people, it feels like I'm making a fool of myself. I hate myself for it. Ultimately, I just want to be treated like a normal person. But how am I supposed to expect that when I can't behave like one? I just want to learn how to get along with people and stop ruining things for myself. That's all. Yuri finishes her thoughts, feeling more steady after having gotten them out. Sorry, you can feel Yuri's breath rise and fall from beneath her arms. You realize that as well. Thank you for helping me understand you a little bit better. You know, you were great at helping me while we were reading. So I'll help you with the things that you need too. But I feel like I would just be frustrated for you with how much patience I require sometimes. That sounds kind of familiar. I couldn't stop worrying about this while we were reading. I was so afraid you would get frustrated with me. But I would never do that. I would never do that. I did my best to reassure you how I have a lot of patience. Yeah, I know, but my irrational fears just won't be quiet sometimes. I'm sure it's the same for you, right? Yeah. Irrational fears. Well, you know, there's no way that you can frustrate me, because I already like you as the person you are. I know you said you had a hard time believing that, but I promise that it's true. You don't have to be a social person for people to like you. I think you're really considerate in your own way, you know? Worrying so much about people's feelings. We're all kind of weird. It's a literature club. But it's the best part that we're all different and have different interests. Like about that book. Just again. Hello, Wolf Colt. I'm reading it because I want to. I promise. That's what I really want. Hey, hello, Wolf Colt. Welcome back. Shit, fuck. It's a bit of a struggle, but try not to mistake that for me not enjoying it. I mean, we could never discover new things if we didn't try them first, right? Adam, as I sleep. Yeah. Did you enjoy the sleep? I want to learn the reasons that you love it so much. And in the end, if it's not for me, then I can say that. But I'll be glad that I tried and learned more about you. 2:30 a.m. to 10:30. Like AM or PM? That's only like 8 hours. Les, you're like super duper smart. And I want that to rub off on me. Yuri fights back a smile at that comment. Already, the heavy atmosphere surrounding her seems to have evaporated through the caress of Starry's arms. AM? 8 hours? Dude, I usually sleep for like 10 to 12 hours, I'm not gonna lie. Your hair is so pretty. I always wanted long hair, but I was awful at taking care of it, so I had cut it all off. Jesus. I have a sleeping I'm pretty sure I have a non-24 hour sleeping disorder, I'm not gonna lie. I think that's why. Chat. Yuri's tension relaxed. For once he feels okay just listening rather than worrying so much about saying the right thing. Me too, I don't like long hair. Sorry senses Yuri's comfort lets her rest. It must be So difficult for her to feel relaxed around other people. But if the literature club can make it happen, then it's something that she deserves to experience. Well then, based on my understanding of your feelings, I suppose I wouldn't mind if we were to continue reading. That's what I wanted to hear! But we can stop at any time. But trying to make a jump no one is going to know about. If you truly don't like it, please be honest about it. I won't be offended. Of course! I'm not gonna judge or anything. I'm not gonna judge anything this early on, though. So we'll just see what happens. Oh, and it's not good to touch people without their consent first. Oh no, I'm sorry! I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. Oh, you didn't. I mean, I suppose it was kind of nice. I was just saying. I'm back. Monika's back. I haven't seen you, like, at all recently. Sorry, trots over to Monika. Ah! She whispers loudly. Can I hug you? Sure, Sayori. Sayori wraps her arms around Monika. Oh yeah, Yuri, it might be good to know. Sayori can be kind of a hug monster sometimes. Hey, don't call me a monster, you bitch! Arturimus is a monster. If he inherits the kingdom, it can spell disaster, motherfucker! Yuri laughs. Monika perplexedly looks between the two, then smiles. Well, I'm glad you've been enjoying your reading so far. It's like our first real activity as the club. About that. Well, you've been so patient with exploring my interests. I think it would be considerate of me not to return the favor to you and learn about the things you like. Yes! Do you like poetry? Yuri smiles. Monika. Oh my god. Wait a minute, is this? Yes! Oh my goodness, I have dusk now, chat. I love this song so much, dude. The monster. Yeah, I love this song so much, chat. Oh my god. Oh, look at that. There's a little CG. 15 people, that's the most I've seen, yeah. Most of them aren't talking. I think it's just on in the background for them, but that's okay. You know, a viewer's still a viewer. Cool, chat. Should we do another side story? Code red, code red, code red. What do you mean, code red? Manga servers are being hacked. Wait, what? Are manga servers really being hacked? I'm unemployed. I must figure this out right now. Never mind, I'm too lazy. If you ever see someone spam, then everyone else does. Then leave. If they spam like this. Okay, chat, y'all want to do another side story? Chat. Yes or no? Good night. Rabbits go. Okay, you know what? I'll take that as a yes. Okay, chat. They spam like that. They are hackers. Okay. I haven't played Among Us in like maybe a month, in like a good amount of months, you know, which is probably a lot less than most people who probably haven't played it in years, but still. Okay, what's side story next, chat? I'm gonna set up a poll. It's happened to me so many times. Shit, fuck. I'm saving self-love for last. So, because that one has Natsuki in it. And Natsuki's my favorite. So, trust and reflection. Yippee! Happened to me so many times. Please vote. Your vote matters. And there's like no votes right now. Okay. Come on. Please, chat. Yes! Okay, we got one. Reflection! Oh my goodness, I get to do more Yuri and Monica. Yippee! Okay, we're gonna end the poll now then. Probably because you're probably gonna be the only one who's vote, honestly. Because I did a poll last time, nobody voted. Because nobody was talking to chat. Yuri. What the fuck? Wait, shit, did I already start? Okay. Am I bothering you? Okay, chat, it's Monica and Yuri. You know what that means? Time to sip the two together. I'm sorry. Am I bothering you? No, come closer, please. Okay, just checking. It's hard to tell since you always look so into it when you're reading it. It makes me scared to interrupt. Well, it's within it's within my expectations to be interrupted when I read it here. Mainly when I'm by myself, I don't like it. That makes sense. I guess if you're here in the first place, then you're more ready to socialize, even if it's a little bit of prodding. It's not so bad to be social if I let others do the work. So it could be healthy to put myself in a social environment every now and then. I don't remember anything about this side story, chat, I'm not gonna lie. It's mostly difficult when I don't know anyone. Or there are too many people. Or everyone is being too silly for me to keep up with. Yuri glances around the room at Sayori and Natsuki. Going trying to be exasperated. Oh, I already know that. Sayori has her head cocked back and her mouth open, trying to catch pieces of a cookie that Natsuki is lobbing into the air, but the pieces keep bouncing off her face and hitting the floor. Maybe I should say something. No need. They just ran out of cookie. Put it out of waste. They've really become good friends, haven't they? I'm happy. Sayori seems particularly good at making that happen. But the two of them are both on the energetic side, so I suppose it works out well. Yeah, come to think of it. You and I haven't had much chance to talk one-on-one, have we? You know, at least in the club. Wink, wink. No, that may be partially my fault, since I'm supposed to be the one engaging club members. Not at all. I probably formed a bit of habit of drawing minimal attention to myself. The responsibility is equally on me, at least to display some openness to engage. Well, what about during the times like lunch? Do you meet up with friends? I just read. Oh. Honestly, I related hard to that, man. I'd always be alone during school when I used to go to public school. Hey, I hopped in this. IHOP-ness. Yes, I know. I've done it before, man. I've seen that before, and I legit said I hop on penis. Straight up. No cap. Because someone tried to do that to me, so I just doubled down on it. Oh. But I like it that way. Feels nice to be carried off again after a morning of classes. Do you always read fantasy? Oh, not always. I suppose that's all I've read recently, but only because I'm in the middle of this series. There are still two more books after this one. I guess those long books suit you well, since you spend so much time reading. Well, fantasy books may be my favorite, but after that I'm more or less indiscriminate to genres. I'll read anything with depth and maturity. Oh yeah? Even like romance? Oh well, there are lots of books that have elements of romance in them. Oh come on Yuri, you know what I mean. Monica lowers her voice. It's a guilty pleasure of mine, so I won't tell anyone if you do, too. Chat, I'm gonna be honest. The lesbian energy is off, man. It's going high. The ship writes itself. The ship sells itself. Maybe more when I was in middle school. I mean, I was really lonely and people were mean to me a lot. So I couldn't write. So I just kind of felt like, please don't make fun of me about the past. Sorry, I just got super curious. Hello, Nameless. Welcome back. Don't worry about it. This is just Geometry Dash. You're still streaming. You know, we should totally pick out a romance novel to read. That would be so much fun. Absolutely not. Really? Haley? Even if it's just between us? Try asking someone who has no shame, like Natsuki. Chat, give me a second. Hold on, chat. I can't resist it anymore. Kids, bro, this channel ain't for kids, man. I'm not gonna lie. Kids, I'm about to turn on the camera. Give me a second. Put my first suit on. And I'll have to sell my face. We're gonna go to deals. No, I don't. I'm not doing that. I'm just sipping 2 characters because it's fun. Good chat. Hello. So I have these good shoes. The cut and your fuck. There we go. I'm sorry. Right. You don't want to see how I have. You don't want to see how many plushies I have. It's really bad. It's gotten so bad, chat. You have no idea. Okay, back. Pussy tsunami. What the fuck am I watching? I'm sorry, I'm just having fun, man. No Tahu? No Fumo? Oh, I'm sorry. Does the GD colon plussy count? Does my GD colon plussy count? If not, then I'll get a Tomo or Tohu or Fumo, whatever it's called. Okay, chat, I'm gonna have a lot of fun reading this side story because I get to ship these two so much. I mean, it writes itself. Ouch. Sorry, I swear I didn't mean that. Well, I guess it was my fault for pressing you. I'm like that for things in my past too, you know? Things I feel too embarrassed to re-experience. You must get a Emu? Fumo? Hold on, give me a second. I don't know if... Are these, like, based off anything? Are these like Fumos based on any character or anything, you know? Or any like series or something? I don't know. So this one? This one? The red one? Tohu? I don't know. Is that like a series or anime? I only know the Fumo I only know the Fumo plussies. Oh, it's a game series. Oh. There's nothing wrong with going out of things. It happens to everyone. For instance, Natsuki's interest in manga reminds me quite a bit of how intense I used to be about my own interest. What's the last thing in your mind? I don't know. Pull it down. Makes you think they'll so likely go out of it too. Hey, were you talking about me? No, we were just talking about how our interests have changed over the years. When did you get into manga, Natsuki? Like a couple years ago, I guess. I was already sort of into it before that, but I wasn't really going hard into then. Oh yeah, what was it that inspired you to get more into it? I don't know. I guess let me think. It was after I discovered a series that I really liked. Yeah, I was just really fed up with a lot of things, and I got super into this series, this one series that I really related to. I guess I had an edgy phase where I just hated everyone around me and wanted to be by myself. Hey, kind of like Yuri. Monica, you... Sorry. That's completely wrong, so you know. It's so cool that you both really found your thing. They're almost like opposites, but it sounds like they've helped you a lot through hard times. You know it! Wow, what the heck? That book even bigger than the last one you were reading? It's technically slightly longer, but not by very much. How high do you think it would go if you stacked up the whole series? Natsuki estimates by holding her hand high above her head, sizing up an imaginary stack. I see one of those mangas that's like 50 volumes long, so that I could say that I've read more than you have. Not that I have that money for that though. Please, that would hardly count when your books only have a few words per page. I know, I was just joking. I could never actually read books like yours. It's too boring for me. It's not boring. Still, I said for me, not you. I could have my own opinion. I just think it's convoluted. Sorry, are those from the floor? Bullet hell games are hard as fuck. There are so many Yeah, bullet hell games are hard, man. I've tried playing Terraria on Master Mode and Expert on Master Mode, man. It's painful. No. Gross. Also, wash your hands before touching any of my books. But my hands aren't dirty. Just do it. The oils are there, even if you can't see them. Fine. Dude, pee-pee. Sorry, trots out the door and Natsuki follows. Jerry, you look a little upset. What kind of nerd does he have to call my hobby boring? Well, she did correct herself. Hardly. He was so condescending. I don't mind if she thinks it's not for her. I already understand that it's not for everyone. But she knows how much these mean to me. So how about just leaving me alone instead of needlessly telling me the things you hate about it? Is DDLC not repetitive? Yeah. I mean, I'm doing the side stories right now, you know? I'm sorry, Yuri. You may be right. This won't be the last time people have strong feelings about what they like and don't like. Especially in a lecture club. So I should figure out how to meditate discussions to keep them positive and constructive. For the record, I've always been impressed by the level of creativity in your books and also your ability to get through them so quickly. Thank you. Okay, well, there's something that I have to think about and revisit. I'm sure I can help Natsuki find some common ground with you. Common ground isn't necessary. I just wish to be respected. Then, either way, I'll do my best. I'm skeptical when it comes to Natsuki. I trust you, Monica, but I'm skeptical. Okay, everyone! Oh my goodness! I like this song. Okay, everyone. We have a special club meeting today. As you know, the Lecture Club is a place where we get to share things that we're really passionate about. But it also means we should be mindful of how we respond to each other's feelings. Oh, is this going to be the objective or subjective over objective conversation? Oh, hell yeah. I think I sprayed bars on your girl, that's why they call me Cologne. I think we have a chance to turn our differences into positive energy for each other. Aren't you being a little dramatic about this? This is important to me. Well, sorry, I just feel like I'm being accused or something. No, I'm not accusing anyone of anything. I'm sorry if I came off that way. But our conversation yesterday made me reflect on the power of language, and I thought it would be a good topic for the lecture club, don't you think? I'm sure we're going to have differences in opinion a lot, so I need to make sure we're prepared to keep a positive atmosphere in the club. Well, if you say so. Sure. The cool thing about language is that it gives us a lot of different ways to express the same idea or emotion. We have lots of control over how we want the other person to feel when we're saving our thoughts. It goes for poetry, narratives, casual conversation, basically anything. For example, sorry, what's your favorite food? I have them organized by category. Should I start with snacks, or do you mean full meals? Should I include breakfast? Oh jeez. Fruit. That's easy. Cherries. Really? I always thought cherries tasted nasty. What? Cherries are delicious, you bitch. Oh, that's a pretty strong reaction. Well, I just don't understand how anyone could think cherries are nasty. How does it make you feel? I don't know. Sad? Defensive, maybe? Yeah, I got defensive. See, the reason you had such a strong reaction wasn't just because I don't like cherries. Because you felt like your opinion was under attack. But that's weird, right? Something like taste is completely subjective. When I say something like, I think cherries taste nasty, I'm using objective language. I'm challenging Sayori's reality that cherries are delicious for my own. Which is that cherries are nasty. Wait, hold on. How's that objective when you just said it was your own opinion? It has to do with the way our brains interpret the words. You're talking about the reality of the cherries, not your feelings about them. Like Sayori. Let's rewind for a second, pretend I didn't tell you that I think cherries are nasty. Good! So what if I instead said that I've tried cherries and they're not for me. It's not the kind of flavor I enjoy. Well, that's fine. As long as you don't call them nasty. Nasty is a nasty word. Okay, so cherries was kind of a weird example, but I think it gets the point across. This time around, instead of talking about the cherries, I just talk about my feelings, and sorry didn't get defensive. So instead of clashing with each other, it's like we received an invitation to talk about our differences. Yuri, you don't need to take notes, I'm not gonna quiz you or something. I know that. I was just, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to call you out. You can do whatever you like. But does anyone have any thoughts so far? Yeah, I just feel like I just have to put all my language through a filter just to protect someone's feelings. Well, you don't have to. The choice is yours on how you want to come across to other people. I'm only suggesting it as a tool to turn your differences into a positive experience rather than an argument. Right, Sayori? Whatever you say, cherry hater. Oh, come on. Sorry, I actually like cherries. I was just saying that to help demonstrate. What the heck? I've been duped. I'm sorry. I'll make it up to you later. How about a cherry sundae? You're welcome to dupe me anytime, my beloved president. Find you people's loyalty, how deplorable. Oh, like you would turn down a free sundae, Yeri. You were certainly a fan of those cupcakes I brought in the other week. I was reading and not keeping track of them. Oh, that's enough. We're getting off topic. So now that we have the gist of it, how about we try it with something more relevant to the club? Like manga, right? Let's try to have a productive discussion about our differences in opinion. Yuri, do you want to start? Well... I'd rather not, no. Aw, how come? Well, because I don't see how anything productive can come from that. It's just going to start a fight. No, it'll be fine. That's why I'm here to moderate. Let's just have a calm and rational discussion. Yeah, give me a little more credit. I'm not a child. You don't have to coddle my feelings. I always think it's more respectful to just speak your mind. Respectable? Well, the point of the exercise isn't exactly like... It's fine. I have nothing against anyone, personally. You're entitled to enjoy whatever it is you like. I just prefer more depth and nuance in my reading material. I look for stories that are imaginative and sophisticated beyond the surface level. Oh, well that's just a misunderstanding then. I thought you were gonna say that manga's for children or something, like I don't hear enough of that. But there's plenty of deep manga. I'm not clueless about manga. I've read my own fair share when I was younger. What? Are you serious? How come you never told me? Because I'm past that point in my life and I prefer not to revisit it. I prefer more mature things now. Excuse me? Okay, hold on. Can I jump in here? Let's try to keep things subjective. Because if you imply that manga is immature, then aren't you implying that someone is immature for being into it? Well, maybe it's immature to judge someone for having different tastes than you. Natsuki. Nobody's immature! I've read Natsuki's manga and Yuri's literature and I love them both in their own way. Okay. It's great that you like it, but I still find it boring. Boring isn't subjective. Okay, it bores me. That's subjective. But, I mean the thing about... This is ridiculous. Do you see why I didn't want to participate in this? I knew it was just going to make people upset. I'm not upset. Like I said, I don't care what other people think. But I always got my impression that you were secretly looked down upon me. That you secretly looked down upon me. So I'm glad my suspicion was confirmed. That's not true at all. You're making assumptions. You can't blame me for getting defensive when nobody ever has the least bit of respect for the things I'm into. The only thing I think looked down upon is when people make fun of me for just being myself and try to mind my own business. What? Have you looked in the mirror? Tell me again about respect after calling all my interests immature. You can't. Please stop. Please. You don't mean the things you're saying right now. Let's just be friends. I didn't mean for this to happen. Well, it did. So please don't fight yourself to try and solve other people's problems next time, okay? Yuri's piercing words sends the club room into a choked silence as he gathers her things. He leaves. Holy crap! Never heard anyone sound like that before, so you must be so pissed. Well, you weren't very nice either, so... I was just saying. How did this happen? My fault. Yuri wasn't wrong. I shouldn't have tried to moderate a conflict when I know how bad I am at dealing with conflicts. It was a really stupid thing of me to do. Nobody's fault, and it wasn't stupid. Everyone in the club is a nice person. Nobody would have expected this. I guess we're sensitive about the things we really love. Honestly, she kind of brought it upon herself. Like I said, I don't care if you're not into manga, but if you actually look down on other people for it, that's kind of the point I was trying to make in the first place. It's not about sugarcoating things, it's about just recognizing and understanding our differences. Okay, but here's the thing about that. Yuri actually looks down upon me. It has nothing to do with her word choice or anything like that. So I see what you were trying to do, but I really think the problem here is her. Not just like the way we talk to each other, right? I mean, Yuri isn't like that. She's a lot sweeter than you're giving her credit for. I'm sure she'll be reflecting on this. I actually think everyone should. It'll be fine. I'll figure something out. Wow, I'm just like saying that instinctively. I'm just setting myself up to cause more problems. This wasn't your fault, Monica. You don't have to beat yourself up for it. Go for it. If you ask me, it's good that the truth finally came out. Because I can just move on now. But it's fine, I promise. Let's just get our minds off this, okay? In fact, it's a good opportunity to read some manga without having to worry about feeding Yuri's superiority complex. Don't be mean. I'll talk or read manga whenever you want. But don't be mean to my friends, okay? Sorry. I'm just bitter. Everything will be okay. I mean, I don't have the answers, but I at least know that we're all good people and don't want to hurt each other. This will be a learning experience. Monica says that her uneasiness is given away by how much she has to force her reassuring tone in her voice. This was bound to happen eventually. Natsuki and Yuri have always engaged with each other, but the least out of anyone, and this is the reason. As Yuri and Natsuki proceeded to distract themselves with Monica, Monica sighs to herself, unable to shake her worried thoughts. Will the club really have to just come to terms with the fact that some members will be incompatible with each other? Sorry. Monica desperately doesn't want to admit that, as he knows Sayori doesn't either. But for once, a solution doesn't seem to be in sight. God damn, dude. Yeah, part 2. A new day arrives. Sayori arrives at the club room earlier than usual. That is, not late. As he enters, it appears to be empty still. So she sits down at her desk and pulls out a sheet of paper, primed to jot down her thoughts. Sayori has made a habit of scribbling her thoughts and feelings onto paper whenever possible, as it tends to serve as her best inspiration for poetry. My heart feels vacant because the ship sailed away. Yo! Eh! That's okay! Sorry. Didn't mean to scare you. But it would have been a lot more awkward if I didn't say anything. I thought you want me listening in on your poetry thing. Yeah. Thanks for realizing that. So I let you finish that up then? Oh, no, it wasn't. I mean, I just do it whenever it's convenient. You're not interrupting. Where's Monica, by the way? Oh, she's out in the hall. Huh? Why? Wow. Just in case you went into Yuri. Sometimes Yuri's just nervous to come into the club room by herself, so... Oh. Geez, does Yuri really let things bother her for that long? She can't control her feelings. For some people, it's really hard to cope when you get a bad thought in your head. Maybe you can distract yourself for a little while, but as soon as it's just you and your thoughts again, it comes back. I just want us to have a normal club meeting. It's a lot easier to pretend like it never happened if we all just ignore it and move on. Where are we gonna be playing geometry? I played Geometry Dash for like 4 or 5 hours, like earlier in the stream. I don't want to be bothered by this. So stupid. Her opinion of me doesn't matter anyway. Besides, it makes me feel really guilty and I hate that too. It's okay to have feelings. It doesn't make you weak. Let's figure this out together. Fine. Only because you're good at this stuff. Let's try to come up with a happy scene. Maybe that will help us understand where your bad feelings are coming from. Well, I was happy the way things were before we had that conversation yesterday. What part of the conversation made you upset? Was it Yuri being mean about the manga? Maybe. I doubt it though. Because my friends and other people make fun of manga all the time, but I just brush it off and ignore them. But something about it really got to me this time, and I hate that. And I hate that I'm letting that happen. Is it because it came from Yuri? No. Why would that matter? I mean, well, maybe. I hate that he thinks he's so much better than me just because he likes to pretend to be all sophisticated. Yeah, that's what it is. At least other people decide that they don't like me or manga or whatever. But Yuri acts like he's too good to even give it a chance. I'm sorry. Everyone deserves a chance. Yeah, exactly. Would you give Yuri's book a chance? After this, obviously not. What about before this? Well, I would until I got bored, which wouldn't take very long. But if you actually keep an open mind, then it's not hard to realize that a story can be deep and meaningful without being necessarily needlessly complicated. I see. But you know, I like Yuri's books. Yeah, but you like manga more, right? Sorry, shakes her head. I like them both. I like them in different ways, but I like them both. I mean, the manga is really honest and fun and easy to just go with. And the fantasy has a lot of interpret and uncover. And it's really rewarding to have some good quiet time together with it. But the most important thing is that we both, that both the manga and the fantasy are true to themselves. So I love them both. I think there's room for both of them to be in the same club room together. I just feel like maybe they have more in common than you would think. How do you get along with everyone so well? I always get into fights with people. Like first it was Monica when I was new to the club. Then it was you and now it's with Yuri. And I'm always like, oh, that person's being such a jerk. And if they just realize that, then we could at least get along. But nobody else has this problem. I just keep running away from the reality that everybody's just a jerk to me. Because nobody likes me. I don't know why and I don't know what to do about it. I don't know what's wrong with me. I hate it. Natsuki. You're a wonderful person. You deserve to be to be loved as much as everyone else. Everyone has different ways they like to communicate, you know? And sometimes that makes it harder for us to understand each other. I think that sometimes we get lucky and we make friends who are really good at the same kinds of communication and it feels like you magically connected with them. But other times, even if both people are really nice, it's easy for them to misunderstand each other or to get the communication wrong. Something that Yuri struggles a lot with too. It can be really, really hard. It takes a lot of like reflection and self-awareness and vulnerability. I'm bad at that one. Vulnerability. I always have to be the strongest. What do you mean? Tell me about the part of you. Well, sounds stupid, but I'm really used to people being mean to me. Like my friends, and I guess my dad. Like when I don't get good grades or even stupid things like if my room isn't clean. So what am I gonna do? Cry about it? If I let myself get upset, it's just letting them win, and I'm better than that. I'm better than all of them. So things always have to be everyone else's fault. Feels like if something goes wrong, and there's a tiny hint that it might be my fault, then I just get really angry and I find ways to blame everything else instead. Do you see yourself better than Yuri? If I said that, I would just sound really full of myself. No. Our thoughts and our feelings are two different things. Even if we don't like our feelings, we have to understand them. We want to learn more about ourselves. That's a part of our vulnerability. You know? Something that we have feelings that we don't like. I hate that. My feelings make me a bad person. Because my feelings just want to tell me that I'm so much better than her. That she's a judgmental know-it-all who's stuck in her edgy phase, and I'm just above that garbage. But I'm terrible for feeling that way. You're not terrible. You are not your feelings. But you are not your feelings. Say that to yourself out loud. Fine. I am not my feelings. The way that I like to picture is that those feelings are like your roommates. You live in the same house and you gotta see each other every day. And even if you can ignore each other most of the time, you're gonna run into each other every now and then. And it's gonna make you feel like shit. So the other option is to get to know each other. You can communicate and learn from each other, and maybe even help each other change for the better. Does that help you understand? How do you know so much about this stuff? I just have a roommate that could be really hard to get along with. Called depression. Depression? Well, you're like the happiest person I know. I am not my feelings. I want to be a good person like you. Aw, you little sweetheart. We're all good people. You, and Yuri, and Monica. I think Yuri will eventually learn that about you. Natsuki remained silent, feeling a little overwhelmed. Despite Yuri's kindness, a complicated mixture of pain and sadness seems to fill her, as though flowing from a wound inside her. Was it a result of her vulnerability? No, it wasn't as though she was inflicted a wound after becoming vulnerable. It was as though she began to rediscover an old wound, one that cannot simply be bandaged and left alone any longer. Yuri, what are you doing all the way over here? I was looking for you. Please don't yell at me. Oh, I'm not gonna yell at you. I just wanted to say that I'm sorry about what happened yesterday. It was unfair for me to put everyone on the spot like that. Next time, I won't try to jump in and solve everyone's problem. I guess it's a bad habit of mine. You're not mad at me. I thought you were just the one. I thought you were the one mad at me. I was so awful yesterday. I can't even have a normal conversation without saying something wrong and making everyone else upset. Hold on, that's not what happened at all. Let's talk about this, okay? Okay. Monica takes a seat next to her on the staircase. I'm having a lot of negative thought patterns, and I can't get away from them. What kind of negative thought patterns? What kinds of negative thought patterns? Like everyone hates me, especially Natsuki. Aw, that's terrible. I don't think Natsuki hates you. How do you know? Well, because... I think Natsuki is just naturally defensive. I think she acts mean when she feels the need to protect herself. But you know, she's not really a bad person. In fact, I think she can be really thoughtful and considerate. It's just, well, I guess the way it works is that she wants to receive some degree of kindness first, before she feels comfortable returning it. Oh. But that means the burden is on me. I don't know how to say things that make people like me. Every time I open my mouth, I just... No. It's okay, Yuri. You don't have to beat yourself up. I think anyone would like you if they had a chance to get to know you. Unfortunately, the opposite is true. That's why I'm not talkative anymore in the first place. Because everyone used to think I was weird. Talk about me behind my back. That's just what happens when I draw attention to myself. Natsuki even said she found it more respectful when people speak their mind. So I did, and she hated me anyway. That was enough to confirm my fears. But Sayori and I, like you, we got to know you a lot by now. Right? Hey, what do you think of Natsuki? I don't think about her. That's not what I meant. Really? I was just wondering if you had an opinion of her. I do. What is it? Natsuki seems to bring out the worst in me, and I feel really ashamed of it. I like to think of myself as a fairly sophisticated person. So for someone to just treat me like that I'm inferior by my taste. That's just the worst kind of insult coming from someone like her. This makes me think bad things about her. But everyone else seems to like her, so the only explanation is that it's me who's doing something wrong. Again. My feelings about her are wrong. And I'm wrong to get upset over something so childish and inconsequential. No, Yuri. Feelings are never wrong. Well, they're not right. That's the thing. Feelings are never right or wrong, you know? They're just a state of being that we don't always have control over. But that doesn't mean that they have to control us. I feel like that's something I learned around when I first started this club. We can hate ourselves for feeling a certain way about things. Or we can, you know, just acknowledge that they exist and try to understand them better. I could never be mad at you for just feeling a certain way. It's about how you handle them. And I think working through feelings is a great opportunity for teamwork. You make it sound so easy. You're so mature. And so good with people. I feel like such a child in comparison. Oh, Yuri. I'm far from perfect. But these are learned skills. They didn't come naturally to me either. It's very hard to reflect on yourself and separate your feelings from your thoughts. I just want to be a good person. Well, I think it takes a good person to get this far. That's not good enough. I want to be able to communicate it to her. Communicate what? How I feel. That makes me feel frustrated and upset when she's so negative and dismissive of the things that mean so much to me. And how it reminds me of me. Because I know what it's like to feel misunderstood and angry at everyone. I know that telling yourself that you're better than everyone else is just a defense mechanism. We're just people. We're fragile and unstable. But I'm just tired of that getting in the way. I can't stand it when the peace is disturbed like this. Yeah, you can't focus on your reading when the peace is disturbed, right? Because Village Club should be happy for everyone. Monica looks at Yuri in adoration. I feel like Sayori must be rubbing off at me, because I really want to hug you right now. Sorry, I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable. No, please do so. I love you. I mean, well, if you wanted to, then I wouldn't really mind, so. Monica pulls Yuri into a short embrace. You're so gentle. I love when you communicate your feelings. I feel so likely to get to see that side of you. I'm sure Natsuki will too. I'm going to write her a letter. Oh, a letter! What a great idea! Just because I'm not good at talking, especially under pressure. I always let my feelings get the best of me, and I forget to say all the important things, and I say things I don't mean. Well, I think a letter would be wonderful. Such a nice way to communicate. Yuri's face hardens with determination. Oh my god, my throat's getting dry. People don't naturally gravitate towards me like they do for you and Sayori. My personality just isn't suited for that. I wouldn't want it to be. But something I learned is that friendship doesn't always just magically appear out of thin air. For instance, I would never have seen myself making friends with someone like Sayori. We're opposite in a lot of ways. But I'm friends with her because she put so much effort into understanding me so that we can get along. And I think it was the same for you. With you. You both gave me a lot of time and patience. I wonder if she feels the same way. Natsuki? I always thought that if I wanted to make more friends, I had to be someone that I'm not. That there's a type of person or a magical formula I have to follow in order to make someone like me. And that just like me, think that always so occupied with myself that I fail to understand other people. Friendship happens when you think about the other person. When you offer time and effort to understand them, and respect them, and trust that they also want to be a good person. That's what I learned through my observations in the literature club. Observations? Yuri has always kept to herself so much that it's so unusual for her to suddenly talk about the club like this. But Yuri gently smiles to herself. You always let me listen to your thoughts about people. Sorry too. Makes me happy because I learn a lot of things. That's so sweet. I had no idea it meant that much to you. Monica never thought much of it, but in the past week, Yuri always seems to be especially attentive when it comes to the problems and concerns of others. Always wanting to listen and learn more about her friends in the club. True, Sayori and Monica are naturally more comfortable with other people and can easily work through situations of conflict. But that doesn't make them better people. Everyone has strengths and weaknesses and the capacity to improve. And the first step towards improving oneself is its reflection and self-awareness. Something that Yuri never gave herself enough credit for, but that Monica can recognize as an incredible trait. And with that, her confidence in the club is restored. Every sad girl with long pretty hair, wandering the bustling lunchtime. When she finds the literature club president's classroom, she stands at the door, glancing all around her before peering inside. Monica's sitting and chatting with a group of unknown friends. Yeah, I expected this was a bad idea after all. Suddenly, Monica glances toward the door, making the girl panic and duck out of sight. Before she can regain composure and decide for sure to leave the classroom door and open gently. Yuri, what a surprise to see you during lunch! Yuri squeaks in response. Please help me! What? Is everything okay? Yuri shakes her head. I don't know how to write letters. Thank goodness, I thought there was some kind of emergency. You want some help? We can go find an empty classroom or something. Is that okay? Too bad taking you away from your friends. It's totally fine, I promise. We weren't doing anything. One sec. I gotta go. I'm back! Okay, let's find somewhere quiet. Yuri nods and follows Monica as the two of them set off. How are you today? Huh, me? Well, yes. Oh gosh, sorry, I was just caught off guard. I'm doing well today. Sorry, I never seem to get enough sleep during the week. How come? Oh, I don't know. I'm just easily distracted. I get really sucked into things and start neglecting the time. Me too. I do that too. Hey, this classroom is empty. Let's go in here. Here's a moment of relaxation ends. She watches as Monica pulls 2 chairs up to the same desk, then obeys as Monica beckons her to take a seat. She stares down at the empty desk. You nervous? I don't want to do this. We don't have to. We can go for something else. Yuri sticks her head. Right chance to do something good. I need to take initiative. Gosh, you must be really determined. Fuck, man. I know how hard it is to step out of your comfort zone. I'll be sure to encourage you. Yuri purses for her anxiety and grabs a handful of lined papers from her notebook. Then she picks up her pen. Hey, you're left-handed. That's Neve. Yeah. Now I don't have to worry about bumping your arm. Monica playfully rubs her shoulder against Yuri's. Sorry, I'm just being silly, I guess. Anyway, how about we start listing the different things you want to say to her? I feel embarrassed all of a sudden. It's okay. How about some of the things you said to me yesterday? But, never mind, I guess I'll try. Yuri thinks for a moment longer, attention evident. Then he writes the word reflection. This is about my reflection on our behavior. The key question is why we act like this towards each other, but we have been able to separately be friends from Sayuri and Monica. That's me! Yes, it is. So. I've been able to befriend the 2 of you because you've taken the time to understand my needs and respect my interests. The same goes for Natsuki too. We started off as pretty hostile to each other because I was so worried about getting what I wanted. But he just wanted to be respectful more than anything else. Once I stopped making it all about me, he was able to do the same. I want to do that too. What kind of things do you want to do for her? I want to do the same things for her that I like to receive. I like it when people respond positively to the things I talk about, not just brush me off. I like it when my feelings are taken seriously. I like it when you and Sayori trust that I want to be a good person, even though I'm not doing a good job at it. Let's write those things down. Okay. I think the most important thing to remember is that Natsuki is feeling vulnerable, so we should make sure that the letter puts her first. It's hard when you're feeling hurt, but it never helps to just tell someone all the things that they're doing wrong. I think first, you have to make sure that they know you're ready to respect them and listen to them and admit the things that you feel you could do better. Then finally, you can ask what you would like in return. How does that sound for the structure? It could be like 3 paragraphs, 1 for each of those points. I like that. My thoughts were so disorganized, I had no idea how to come up with any kind of structure. He's so amazing at these things. Oh, stop. You've done so much more than I have, you know? You spent so much time reflecting and being open-minded. That's the hardest thing for anyone to do. All I'm doing is helping you put it on a piece of paper. So I think you're the amazing one. Monica gives Yuri's hand a quick squeeze. But as he lets go, he's caught by surprise when Yuri curls her fingers to Monica's hand in place. For a while, they stay like this in silence, save for the occasional scratching of Yuri's pen against the paper. Yesterday, you told me something that I've been thinking about a lot. What was that? Think about how feelings aren't right or wrong, they're just a state of being we need to come to terms with. It made me think about a person's behavior is always how they decide to be. I'm in love. I mean, it's also made up of their past experiences and their insecurities. I think that helps me the other people as actual people and as insignificant side characters who are out to get me somehow. Is that how you felt about Natsuki? You're not. But in reality, everyone is always trying their best and everyone wants to be happy. Speak properly? I'm sorry, But I could peers over at Yuri's paper, but to her surprise, Yuri pulls it in closer, partially covering the roof of her arm. I have to be able to read it to help out, you know? It's okay. My thoughts are a lot more organized now, after being able to talk to you about it. Now that I'm actually putting it on paper, I realize I'd prefer others not to read it. Yuri laughed softly to her self-aware expression. I'm kinda glad to hear that, actually. I somehow keep finding ways to butt into this whole thing. I've done enough damage. But it's also been so wonderful to talk about this. I mean, I always thought you were really smart. But, Yuri smiles. I will always be terrible at these things. People are just so incomprehensible to me. I'll never get the hang of being one. But listening to you so much has really helped me make sense of some things. So just don't call it damage, please. When gives Yuri a gentle smile. I can't believe I came to this club looking for fantasy geeks and all I got was real friends who value me. Is that a joke? Of course it is. I still can't tell with you. Sorry. No, I love it. Please never change. As you wish. Yuri glances at the clock. We're almost out of time. Will you be able to finish? You've already ended the day? Probably. But I don't want to come to the club the same day that Natsuki reads it. I'm too shy. I can give it to her instead if you'd like. Yuri nods. As long as you promise not to read it. Of course, I promise. Thank you. Yuri exhales on the two stand up. I'll message you when it's ready. Monika nods. Good luck, I'm here if you need me. Yuri returns a nod and two part. Oh my goodness, my throat, man. Oh, that's cute. My throat has just been completely fucked up, man. I'm not gonna lie. But hey, I made more progress. We only have 2 more left, which I'll do later.